Welcome back, good people. It's Coach Evans, and today is day 2 of the draft. Draft will start at 7 p.m. tonight, but I'm coming to you to talk about what I saw about Malaki Starks on tape. This is our newest draft pick, round 1, pick 27. And after going through and watching the 4 games that I have this morning, these are the things that stood out to me, good, bad, or indifferent about Malaki. Great, great player. I think he's going to be a tremendous help to the team. He's going to create a tremendous amount of diversity in that defensive backfield. Zach Orr has a chess piece that he can create a bunch of different mismatches for. And the reason I say that because you have Kyle, who's the unicorn. You have Mr. Starks now. Darius is back. Then you have the corners with the Woozier, Marlon, and Nate. Now, obviously, you got some backups and whatnot, but that's a formidable defensive backfield that you can do a bunch of different things with. And being very creative will help Zach do a great job this upcoming season. But back to Malaki and the things that I saw him do on tape over the course of watching him play safety extensively this morning. And I don't really do a lot of DB stuff in the overall before the draft thing because I just don't like watching him because it's kind of hard to evaluate. But honing in on just him and knowing that he's a Baltimore Raven, these are the things that I saw. And I'll throw graphics on the screen to kind of, while I'm talking to give you some visual effects or whatnot. Won't be a lot of film in here because it's be a bunch of hits. Just like last night, the draft thing from last night took a bunch of hits today, and I'm constantly trimming it down. So some stuff that you may have saw last night probably got trimmed out because of the draft footage. I mean the game footage. But the first thing about him, Malaki, outstanding hips. The ability to get in his back pedal and open his hips up, either left or right, or just open it and come forward. Great set of hips on him. Does an amazing job of swivel and just being a fluid athlete on the back end of your defense. Second thing about him, now this is a positive and a negative at the same time, and it's one of those love it or hate it things. It kind of reminds me, I'm sorry about that, kind of reminds me of Marcus Peters. Let me put this here. With Marcus Peters was so aggressive at times that he would get beat on double moves. I see a lot of over-aggressiveness sometimes with Malaki Starks. Now, that over-aggressiveness sometimes pays off. And the thing is, as a defender, if you're over-aggressive and you make a play, and you make a big play, the chances of your team winning goes up. Now, if you get beat because of over-aggressiveness, you can get beat and be in a perfect position. The thing is, the chances of your team winning goes up if you make a play being aggressive. Now, there won't be no gray area. You're going to be the hero or the GOAT when you have aggressiveness like Malaki. So if he can just fine-tune that over-aggressiveness and just be aggressive, I think, we'll be fine or whatnot. But he has to realize when he is the last man back there, he got to tone that down some. If he's up in the box and can do some things and got people behind him to cover him, he can do that. But as far as if he's the last man standing, play what you're supposed to play, be the deep of the deepest, and all that good defensive talk that they talk about. And with that being said, which leads me to my next point, has an amazing football IQ. When I tell you he can see route combinations and things that develop and which allows him to be over aggressive. He see guys going under, he jumps it and gets in front of it. He see run coming, he runs the lane and fills gaps. Even when he comes out and kind of plays sub linebacker, he gets in B gap, and I put a clip on Twitter about him taking on a tackle against Notre Dame. Tackle barely moves him out the box. So really like that about him. Again, that adds to that versatility that Zach Orr will have with using him. What I feel like we needed that free safety, he can do as well. He has the speed and instincts just to play center field. We can be in cover one. If they try to throw a deep ball out, he can open that thing up, go get it. If we're in a too high shell and they try to do some kind of verticals where they split them, he can play the middle and go get the seam or go help out the corner on the deep ball. He really has the speed and the instincts to do everything on the back end. And that's what I felt like we needed, a guy that can do that. I think he can do that. The few negatives that I saw in his game, they come closer to the box. And so he still has the ability to do what I think we needed in the first place, which is probably the reason why we drafted him. Because it really frees up Kyle to do what he does. Next thing, ball skills. Amazing set of ball skills. I think everybody saw the interception versus Clemson. The way he opened. Matter of fact, that interception kind of highlights all the points I'm talking about. Hips, fluidity, ball skills. He that one clip in itself kind of reiterates all the points I'm talking about. And then lastly, and this is a negative, but not the biggest negative. He's not the greatest tackler. Now, most of my thought process when it comes from not the greatest tackler came from him having problems with probably one of the hardest people in college football to tackle. And that's Jalen Milroe. When Starks is solo dolo out there in space, there's a little bit of an issue. That's why I say not the great. He's a good tackler, but not the greatest tackler. When he's in confined space, there's not a lot of and get him down. When he's out in space, people can shake him and maybe get extra yards. But even when you shake him and get around him, he don't quit and he still get your butt on the ground. So if he got you right here and you maybe shake him and get lateral on him, he's still gonna chase you down and get you for maybe another 4 yards. You ain't gonna just outrun him and be gone. So like I said, not the greatest tackler, but still good enough tackler on that back end and to do what he needs to do. And so now I'm just gonna show you a bunch of stats that I pulled from PFF's draft guide and from Dane Brugler's The Beast to talk about that. And so again, let's go through those stats and I'll see y'all in a minute. Peace.